MGM clears one more hurdle in its bid to build an $800 million casino in Springfield South End. What does this latest move mean for East Long Meadow? Sign-ups for the brand new pool at Pine Knoll are skyrocketing as the pool itself nears completion. So far, the pool project is on time and under budget. In the meantime, the Recreation Department is making do with less staff during one of its busiest times of the year. We'll have the latest on efforts to get the department staff up to speed. And a classic car show in town draws a big crowd. We'll take you to the latest fundraiser for a local animal shelter. Just ahead on ELCATNews Week in Review. Good evening, I'm Yasmina Gibi. We begin tonight with a historic vote from the Massachusetts Gaming Commission. On June 13th, the Commission formally awarded a Category 1 gaming license to MGM Resorts International for a planned casino in Springfield. The Commission voted 5-0 to designate MGM as the sole recipient of a license in Western Mass. However, the decision comes with a few conditions before MGM can actually get the license in hand. If the Supreme Judicial Court rules that a ballot question repealing the casino law is illegal, MGM will immediately receive the license. However, if the court rules in favor of allowing the question to proceed, MGM would have to wait until after the November 5th election and a decision by voters. East Long Meadow Selectman Paul Federici says he believes it's unlikely it will come down to November.
If that appeal to allow that vote on the ballot is denied, then that would allow MGM to have sufficient confidence to break ground, if you will. And if not, then we'll have to wait till November, which makes sense from their standpoint, because why would they want to spend more money in the event that they may not be able to build a casino?
MGM has plans for an $800 million resort casino in Springfield South End. Federici says since East Long Meadow has been deemed an impacted town, the Board of Selectmen is keeping a close watch on the situation.
Our end of it, I don't believe we have to worry about getting a penny till the doors open. So once they actually get the facility built and they open the doors, then that'll start the clock on our 10 years or 15 years and $100,000 a year. So from that standpoint, we've got a little waiting to do, because I've heard it's going to take 2 to 3 years to build.
MGM representatives have met numerous times with the board over the last year. Federici says so far the town has a good working relationship with MGM. And as the process moves forward, he feels confident any future impact to our town will be addressed.
They were very receptive when we met with them. Obviously, we didn't get as good a deal as Long Meadow and West Springfield. I know West Springfield will be severely impacted even during construction as far as noise and debris and whatnot, and dust. But I think we'll be, it'll work out well for us. Obviously, keeping in mind that we do have 2 look-back periods in the first 5 years, a 1-year look-back and a 5-year look-back, at which time we can go back to, if we find some more mitigating circumstances that the money that they're already paying us doesn't cover, then we can go back to them. Or first, I believe we would have to go back to the state, because the state is actually taking 5% of the tax that or a percentage of the tax that the casino pays, and setting it up into a fund to help towns with mitigating damages. So that's where we go first, and if there's not enough money there for what we're seeking, then we can go back to the casino.
July 9th is the next milestone. That's when the Supreme Judicial Court will announce its decision on whether to allow the issue to go back to the voters in November. In other news tonight, the brand new pool at Pine Knoll is nearly complete. Finishing touches are in the works. This last week has seen a flurry of activity. Recreation Director Colin Drury says they're waiting on a new electrical upgrade to support the pool. Then all that needs to happen is filling the pool with water.
We're talking with Western Mass Electric to come out today and put 2 new poles in, as well as hook up the brand new filter room and all the power that we need to run the pool, as well as the water features and all that good stuff. It needs more power than the last pool, because the last pool was a simple in and out system, which 1950s that was okay. Today, not so much. So that's the big one, is the power. The second, obviously, is once we have power, we can put water in the pool, and then we'll get it all chemically ready to go.
But Drury assures residents everything is on schedule.
We are pretty good at this point. We got all our lines painted. We're just doing some final cleaning of the walls. We got our starting blocks ready for our Marlin swim team to have their swim meets here hopefully this summer. And our water feature just needs to be put in. So we're pretty much there. The lane lines are ready to go out. We're ready for our members to come up. We have chairs on order so they can do their sunbathing, as well as let the kids run around and enjoy the pool, everywhere from 0 inches deep to 8.5 feet. So we're excited for the process and excited to get all the kids up here for our summer program.
Back in the rec office, Jury says signups are fast and furious. With longtime staff member Carol Schenk now retired and a replacement not hired just yet, he asked residents to be patient and, if possible, register online.
Signups are going pretty good. We are a little behind in the office right now because we're in the hiring process for our new employee. It's taken about 3 months to hopefully get that new employee in, but we are rocking. We're trying our best to get all those registrations in. Right now, the town did approve a temp, so we actually have a temp from a temp agency that came into the town. Because on April 2nd is when Carol notified the town that she'd be retiring after 31 years in the office. So on April 2nd, we actually put out that advertisement for the job for a deadline of the 21st of April, and then she left on May 9th. So we've been kind of without that 37.5 hours of employee. So what happened is our recreation assistant picked up 18.5 hours to help the loss of Carol, but what that did was open 19 hours that he was working. So now we have a 19-hour temp that we're currently training to do registrations. And then another employee in the office was actually out for a couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks during that process. So we were really out, about 60 hours worth of employee, but luckily Tim, our recreation assistant, was able to take 18.5 of those, then 19 from the temp, and then the other employee is now back. So we're starting to get caught up, which is good, and we're really excited for whoever that new hire is going to be for the office so we can really start pumping on all cylinders.
Family memberships are up over 300%. Granted, Jury says last year there were only 8 such memberships, but this year he's predicting over 3 dozen thanks to the new facility. What's more, Jury says the project is still on time and under budget.
The budget's pretty good. I mean, we're really excited because we went through that whole process of that company giving us the wrong number. When you put trust in a professional and you get the wrong number, it definitely throws a wrench into the system. So we're happy that Bargman Hendry, the second person, gave us that correct number, and really that we're under right now. And I look forward to hopefully giving the town money back later, just to kind of say, hey, thank you for your support, and here's some money back for the community preservation. That way we can do more projects in town to keep East Long Meadow beautiful.
The new pool is scheduled to open June 23rd. Now that summer is almost here, town officials are focusing their attention on the annual 4th of July parade. Each year, the East Long Meadow Parade draws thousands of spectators. It is considered one of the largest 4th of July events in Western Mass. However, several months ago, many members of the committee that put the parade together retired, leaving the future of this town tradition in question. Once again, we talked to Select Board member Paul Federici. He says the good news is residents have stepped up and the committee is back in action and ready for this year's parade.
We put the word out, and through different organizations and groups and just our meetings and things, and we've gotten a great response. We've got Ryan Quimby, who's our IT director in town, has stepped up to the plate to be the co-chair. I decided to be the treasurer. And we've got the Rotary Club helping. There's 5 or 6 members of the Rotary Club directly involved in all our meetings, and they're also going to help in the parade. We've got some other people who have stepped on board, and it looks like for the future, we're going to be able to continue, and which is a good thing because the parade's a great event for the town. Looks like, although it looked a little dire maybe 8 or 9 months ago, but we've got a good group together, and I think we'll be able to continue.
He says this year's event promises to be bigger and better than ever.
Yep, we're in good shape. I know we're finalizing things with bands. There's some floats and things you never really know till the last minute, but yeah, it looks like it's going to be just as full, a parade as it's always been. So we're happy in that regard, and we're just going to hope for good weather and go from there.
Once again, the parade steps out from the high school and winds its way through town to Birchland Park Middle School the morning of July 4th. Classic car enthusiasts came out in full force to a local car show, all to benefit a local animal shelter. If you own a classic car or just appreciate classic cars, Maybury's Cruise Night and Product Showcase Tuesday night was the place to be. Located at 90 Denslow Road, Maybury Material and Handling Equipment once again played host, as they do several times a year for this event. Hot dogs, hamburgers, and of course cars were the main attraction. Everything from vintage Mustangs to classic Camaros, there certainly was something for everyone.
Well, I work for Mayberry, and I wanted to show my car off to everybody. It's got a 91 Camaro Z28 that I show in the show, and that's the beauty of this show. There's all kinds. You can see 1938 Buick over there, all the way up to, we had a Ferrari here at one time at one of the other shows. So it's quite a mix from, older cars to newer cars, some pretty neat motorcycles. It's a lot of fun, especially being on pavement. People like that too. That's why we get such a big turnout. You're not parking out in a grass field, have to worry about somebody kicking up dust. I think it's becoming more popular. We had a few last year, and word's getting around, especially with Kicks Country. That works out great with them, helping us out. And as you can see tonight, there's quite a big turnout. Weather's great. We've got 2 more this year, so I think it'll be fun.
All proceeds for the event benefit the Dakin Humane Society located on Union Street in Springfield. Dakin is a private, nonprofit organization that provides a safe haven and a second chance to homeless cats, dogs, and other animals.
There's a huge need for Dakin. We take in 6,000 homeless animals a year, and we provide low-cost spay-neuter to an additional 12,000 each year. This time of year we're very busy. Kittens tend to be born in warmer weather, so this is considered kitten season. And we have a lot of adult cats as well, and dogs and everything, but this is a very busy time of year for Dakin.
Dakin relies solely on contributions and the more than 500 volunteers that also help keep the shelter running.
Our volunteers, they do fostering. They take in puppies and kittens that are too small, or maybe they need extra care. So we have a foster program for that.
Well, that'll do it for us tonight. Thanks for watching ELCAT News Week in Review. I'm Yasmina Gibi. Until next week, good night.